Queen's Park Rangers forced then into changes after Saturday. Roda's suspension giving Curry the captaincy, and Terry Fenwick, despite keeping the number 2 shirt, the job at the centre of the defence alongside Bob Hazel. And 19-year-old Warren Neal, though wearing number 6, will play at right back. Allen's injury means Gary Micklewhite wears number 9. He'll be on the right of a 4-man midfield, and Mike Flanagan will play up front with Simon Stainrod. Substitute Steve Burke. Tottenham are able to field the same 12 for the replay, just as they did last year against Manchester City. Indeed, 6 of the Spurs side have played in all those 6 Wembley matches since last May. A few days' rest has obviously helped the injuries to Perryman, Galvin and Clements. So Spurs playing from the right in the first half. Start this FA Cup final replay, the second consecutive replay at Wembley. Here's Hazard. It's Micklewhite getting back to challenge him, and also Neal getting a first touch. And moving straight away into that right-back position. Fenwick, for the moment, is looking after Crooks. Roberts with the long throw. Bob Hazel is up there to clear for Rangers. Here's Flanagan, leaving it for Tony Curry. Breaking on the left is Gary Waddock, but it went right to Roberts of Spurs. Lyons is the referee, Stainrod. Roberts. Away from John Gregory, Graham Roberts. Archibald to his right, he overran it, but still got through. This is Graham Roberts. Was he brought down? Penalty! Tony Curry came in behind him. Fenwick was in close attendance, but a penalty has been given, and it was a splendid run by Graham Roberts. Terry Venables' side couldn't stop him. Bob Hazel made an error in that early on, but Roberts went on. And what happens here? Tony Curry comes in with the tackle, down he goes, penalty, Hoddle to take. Scores. Never has a penalty been missed in an FA Cup final at Wembley. And Tony Curry gave that one away, the Rangers captain. And it was the Tottenham playmaker, Glenn Hoddle, who wasted no time in converting it. Here's Stainrod for Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, that's well played by him. Blocked on the edge of the area. That must be a free kick. Steve Perryman, the offender. And danger here for Spurs. And Stainrod blasts it against the wall. Whole forest of Tottenham legs in the way. Chip back in again nicely, and Clements is coming a long way here, and he hasn't got it. And here's Micklewhite to shoot, and a good block by Paul Price, with his goalkeeper, frankly, not in the race. And see what happens here. Steve Perryman collided with Clements, it would seem, which was why Perryman got hurt. Then Micklewhite. A deflection, but there's a player offside there. Look, the goalkeeper doesn't count there. It has to be 2 opponents between you and the goal. Clements isn't between him. The free kick was for offside. I know that Terry Venables is an admirer of that sort of character in Gary Waddock, and here's Archibald for Spurs, back to Hoddle. Crooks against Hazel. Archibald against Hazel. Crooks again for Tottenham. Archibald pulled it back. It's going to come to Graham Roberts, who fires over. Tried to keep it down, came onto it with the side of the foot, but Archibald's cross it was. As Micklewhite, Flanagan started to run through the inside right position. Also well forward, Stainrod and Curry. Here's Flanagan. Came off Galvin as far as Micklewhite. Who gets down the outside quite nicely. And Stainrod comes in on Clements and knocks him to the ground. And referee Clive White has a word with Simon Stainrod about the challenge. Good deep cross here by Gary Micklewhite from right out there on the touchline. There's the impact between Steinrod and goalkeeper. Ricky Villa totally engrossed in the match. Here's Hazard. Perryman's now continued his run down the right wing, and Roberts, well, not that far down the right wing. Roberts apologises. Curry for Rangers then. Oh, under the foot of Gary Waddock. Archibald. But Waddock typically straight back in to make up for his own mistake. Hoddle to Archibald. And now Galvin. Again, the two men lined up in front of him, so here comes Houghton to make the extra man for Spurs. Hoddle. Foul by Curry. Well, those two seem to be destined to come face to face in this cup final, one way or the other. Free kick to Spurs. And immediately it was Waddock who was out to block Hoddle's attempted curler. Hoddle says Waddock was never 10 yards, but the referee seemed happy enough. Here's Perryman. Spurs lined up on the edge of the area here. Curry up with Hoddle, here's Archibald. Hoddle again. Houghton. Galvin. And in they go with the feet flying a little bit, John Gregory. And this period of sustained attacking by Tottenham, enforced by two free kicks, this one from rather further out, but it gives Miller the chance to go up. Here's Archibald, and the defender was Gregory. And it was a vital touch too from him to stop Archibald from squeezing in there. Neil. It's a nice piece of play. Micklewhite. Hazard for Spurs. Waddock for Rangers. Free kick. Foul by Miller. Two players never heard the whistle. That was Steinrod and Perryman, but the referee had in fact pulled play back. But he saw what happened afterwards, and he's going to have a word at the back there, and may in fact have booked Miller for the original offence, which was why the free kick was given. Miller's been cautioned for that. So Miller booked. Free kick to Rangers. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. There will be stoppage time. Flanagan, and again, and awkward Steinrod. No, the whistle's gone. The whistle is gone. There was a player offside. They're appealing, but the flag was up on the far side. It's no goal. Just keep your eye on what happens. The first shot by Flanagan. The second shot by Flanagan. Look at the player on the... May have been up earlier against the player on the right, but watch now. Steinrod falls. The shot by Micklewhite goes into the net. But the linesman was flagging, the goal has been wiped out. Hoddle again. Houghton. This is Galvin with the shot. Taken chest high by Peter Hucker from Tony Galvin. Micklewhite. Flanagan. Gillard. Flanagan again. Now, the goal on Saturday came from a long throw by Simon Steinrod. And Roberts this time is the first man to meet the ball. Steinrod lets it run out again, but Bob Hazel is in that dangerous position on the near post. And up he goes, and so does Roberts, a corner. Deep into injury time at the end of the first half, corner to Queen's Park Rangers, who've come strongly in the last 5 minutes. Oh, and Ray Clements at the second attempt, although I fancy there was a foul on him anyway. And the whistle goes for half-time, with Spurs leading by Glenn Hoddle's penalty after 7 minutes. Tony Curry gave the penalty away by tripping Roberts from behind. And although Gary Micklewhite, number 9, had the ball in the net just before half-time for Queen's Park Rangers, the goal was disallowed, and the half-time score in the FA Cup final replay is Queen's Park Rangers 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. The Rangers substitute tonight, by the way, is Steve Burke, an orthodox outside left, so they do have that alternative if they want to change the formation. Here's Gillard. Oh, the mistake was by Roberts. Can Curry capitalise? He's found Micklewhite, who's gone past Houghton and has resisted the other challenge, and Steinrod is in there, and Clements did just enough coming out to put Steinrod off. Very good play here by Gary Micklewhite. Look at the way he resisted the two challenges. Now then, Steinrod is coming in, there goes Clements, off Steinrod's head, over the bar. Here's Perryman for Spurs. Hazard's begun a run. Hoddle. Now Hazard. Back again to Hoddle. Offside against Garth Crooks. Simon Steinrod with the cross. Flanagan is going up this time with Clements, and this is Gregory, and it's Miller and Perryman away. Clements challenged fiercely by two opponents, couldn't collect that one. Gregory got the ball back in, a timely clearance by Miller, and then Perryman. And in they come, Gregory notably, Hazel at the far side, this is Fenwick. Oh, he went down, is it a penalty? No, the linesman flagged. Fenwick seemed to be the player who was impeded. I thought I saw a flag go up there. I think Rangers might have a case for a penalty. It's not been given. This is Galvin. Well, there's a talking point. Crooks. That was a let-off for Tottenham, and here's Houghton. Or rather, here's Hooker. And they're still wondering about that incident in the penalty area. It may have been that the flag was actually being waved from side to side to indicate the linesman didn't think it was a foul. One has to be aware of that. Steinrod. And Clements is being called upon more and more as Rangers press home a territorial advantage and are having a good spell early in the second half. So Queen's Park Rangers, having had the ball in the net and then having it disallowed, then a penalty appeal turned down. Not much is going their way, but here's Crooks for Spurs. Galvin. Roberts is nearly in here. Archibald's having a go at it. Archibald! Fine save by Hooker. He seems destined to deny Archibald at every strike. Fine reactions from Archibald's shot. It was an instant drive here by Steve Archibald with the right foot and an instant save. This is Gregory. And there could be something on here for Rangers. It's Steinrod with two coming in from the far side. And there's a deflection on that. Splendid save. Steinrod's shot, a slight deflection. Clements equal to it. Just caught the second Tottenham player, Clements, going to his left. A fine sustained spell here by the second division side, really examining Tottenham. Gregory didn't quite meet it. What it did! Oh, and there's another brilliant save, and it's not over yet. Flanagan puts it back, and it's put wide of the goal by Miller. Waddock hit it, and Clements was even more brilliant there. There was a Rangers player in his way, number 9. Look at that, over his head. Great stop. Gregory's in there. Away by Houghton, partially. That was Neil, a good little ball back to Curry, and they're still queuing up in the centre. Gregory heads it down. And Spurs, for the moment, just glad to survive. Free kick again to Queen's Park Rangers. It's all with the second division team for the moment. An hour of the match gone, they trail 1-0, but goodness me, they're not playing like a second division side here. Spurs are in trouble. Flanagan up is Bob Hazel. Hoddle. Oh, Archibald could put Crooks through. He could get Crooks offside, is he? Yes. Must be offside, Garth Crooks. The pass needed to come just a second earlier. From Tottenham's point of view, that was. They'll be remembered for this opening period in the second half, Queen's Park Rangers, among other things. Here's Steinrod, referee said play on to Curry, you had possession. Gregory is closing in, Flanagan's there as well. That's awkward, is it the bar? My goodness me, they've exposed the far post again, John Gregory. Clements was beaten there. The ball swung beautifully across by Steinrod, that was. And Gregory coming in behind, got a delicate little side foot touch, and look at that, off the bar. How unlucky can they be? Still a lot of time left. Micklewhite for Rangers. I think there'll be a few votes for Gary Micklewhite tonight as a contender for man of the match. Here's Curry, Micklewhite again. Bob Hazel. Micklewhite. Rangers calling the tune. Curry. Steinrod in the inside left position, Clements coming. Ray Clements tonight showing what goalkeeping is all about when you have to come off your line. Perryman to Hoddle. Tony Galvin, that's the best pass that Tottenham have produced for quite some time. Houghton. Brook, the substitute. That's Brook's shot, and Hooker saw it all the way. Absolutely dominated the second half. Can they sustain it, I wonder, or will Tottenham now have another say? Archibald takes the throw. Galvin. Archibald. Was been offside anyway, the flag was up. Price didn't make that, and Tony Curry might get Micklewhite away. Steinrod is coming in from this side. Flanagan also trying to get forward. And Clement had to fingertip the ball away. Brook with the clearance for Spurs. And it was knocked back there by Neal, out to Curry. Gregory in the centre, so is Hazel. And Hazel! Oh, blocked by Miller. Just watch the way Curry drive the ball back, and there was Miller on Hazel. And Gregory and Hazel coming in together. Gregory got a touch. And Clement's throw is just too long for Gary Brook. It's brought all the pressure back on Tottenham. Look at this. Curry. Micklewhite. Chris Hughton in trouble against Curry. Rangers appeal again. One or two of them have run to Clive White. It looked to me like 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. The referee says, well, there was a backing in. He's been waved on. And Keith Birkinshaw's got some anxious minutes to live through yet. Villiers at the back of the Spurs bench. 8 minutes to go. Crooks for Spurs. Perryman. And that's Hoddle. And that's Archibald. And Archibald and Perryman going together. Marvellous goalkeeping by Hooker. So brave. And good blocking earlier by the Rangers defender in front of him too. Steve Archibald has clearly asked Clive White how long he's got on his watch. Waddock. Not giving Burke too much hope with that. Clive White has looked across at both linesmen. Burke. Gillard. It's Burke with the throw. Curry. We're in the last minute, I make it. And still Rangers won't relent. Stainrod. Gary Brook trying to get the tackle in, and Stainrod turns him. He turned two of them there, and in the end Tottenham were glad to see Perryman step in. Archibald's away, put there by Hoddle. Can he make sure this time? Archibald! He's hit the post. An agonising cup final for him. Archibald with that opportunity to make it 2-0. At last he beat Hooker, but he didn't beat the post. Well, the stadium humming now as the Spurs fans look again anxiously at their watches. They know, as Glenn Hoddle knows, that we're in time being added on by the referee for stoppages. And there it is. Tottenham Hotspur have won the FA Cup 2 years running, but Hoddle's congratulations of Waddock say it all. Ray Clements is relieved, because Queen's Park Rangers put up a wonderful fight in the second half here. And Tottenham hung on for dear life, and they hung on successfully. And up that specially widened gangway, where the crowd can't quite reach them now, come the Tottenham team, and the footballer of the year, Steve Perryman, goes forward to receive the FA Cup from His Royal Highness, the Duke of Kent. The end of a very long Tottenham season, but that's what came at the end.